What's up, everybody? So I've had a lot of people request that I do a walk around for the 1992 Jeep Comanche, so that's what I'm going to do today. So, little background, 1992 Jeep Comanche, it was originally a two-wheel drive. It was a little maroon truck. I bought it from my grandpa because I always wanted a Jeep and a truck. My dad was going to convert it to four-wheel drive for him, so me and my dad actually took over that task. So it's got the 4-liter inline six, the stock engine in it. We put a 5-speed automatic transmission in it with the NP231 out of an 01 XJ, and we put originally a Dana 30 front axle in. Sorry, a Dana 35 front axle, and it came with the Dana 30 rear, I believe. Now it has TJ Rubicon Dana 44 axles front and rear. This one has RCV axle shafts, Terraflex 1-ton steering setup with a built-in steering stabilizer. I've got Skyjacker 6.5-inch springs on the front here. They're the dual rate springs. Then I've got Fox 3.0 shocks. I built some brackets to put up in there because these are shocks off of a JT. Front bumper, this was originally a JCR front bumper. It was totaled out, so I went in and cut out the totaled part, which was the winch plate basically, and put in my own 1/4-inch plate. I've got a Smittybilt 9500 winch on here. Got the Tiger lights, light bar 20 inches right there. Then I've got rigid D series floodlights. The front clip is from a 2001 Jeep Cherokee. I had all this custom paint done, all the body work I had done by my friend Eric at MC Body Works. Did an absolutely great job. Body's all straight, body lines look incredible. These are Notch Customs M Max fender flares from Notch Customs, 35 by 1250 by 17 Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ on Fuel Anza wheels. They really make the color combo pop. I've got custom rock sliders on here that I built myself. Really what I did was I just bolted them through the frame right there, created a custom bracket that goes under and kind of pinches the unibody frame. You know, as it's a Comanche, it's not really a unibody, it's kind of a uniframe, because basically from here forward, it's the exact same as an XJ, but from there back, you can take the bed off and it's a frame up under there. So I put these 01 Cherokee mirrors on here. All the rest of it is stock parts. I haven't really touched any of that. These are still the stock leaf springs under here. I built this rear bumper myself. Just put some stickers on there. My tire carrier is from Titan Off-Road. I don't remember what the name is, but it works real nice. It's all nice and sturdy. So I got my nice spare up there. Like I said, custom rear bumper. Put these edges on here. Definitely use these edges in Moab. So I basically just tied it into the original braces and kind of reinforced them a little bit with some 1/4-inch steel. Got Fox shocks in the rear as well, the 3.0s from the JT. This rear axle is a Dana 44 from a TJ with chromoly axle shafts, a rough stuff diff cover, and ARB air lockers. I have 48 gears front and rear, and ARB air lockers front and rear. Once again, the Notch Customs fender flares. Here's all the companies that I've used up here. There's my Instagram right there at Rambo the Comanche. If you want to follow my build, go please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Got an air compressor right here, or sorry, an air tank right here. Took my pressure gauge out. I need to put that back in, and then I got my air chuck right there. Put whatever on. My air compressor is actually up under here, under my skid plate. Sorry, my rock slider, and it's from G2. Powers the front and rear, and it goes all through that compressor. There's that NP231 transfer case with the Terraflex Super Short SYE kit. So slip yoke eliminator. Got a custom drive shaft there and in the front. Don't have any skid plates yet. I'm working on them. I've got my rock lights from superbrightleds.com. It's just got a short arm kit on here with adjustable control arms from Old Man Emu. I'm gonna do a long arm kit eventually, but just haven't gotten there. I do have some strengthening braces on here. This came with the bumper actually, but I did all this custom work right here by myself. Just some reinforcement in case anyone ever hits me in the corner or anything. Up under here, I've got KC Cyclones, I believe is what they're called, for my rock lights. I also built this custom plate here that ties my front unibody together, really strengthened things up a lot. Then it ties to the front bumper to strengthen that up and connect it all. I've got my O'Reilly Auto Parts air horn in there. Works pretty well. Now let's move on to the interior. So inside, it's pretty much stock. Haven't really messed with much. These are the factory seats. It's the factory interior. This is a rugged bridge console, just because I like how it locks. Then this is actually the stock console from the truck that I decided to cut up just so I could have a switch panel. You know, all my lights work here. My S-Pod. And I've got my advanced adapters, transfer, case, linkage. I just think it works a little bit smoother than the factory linkage. Then right here, I've got my air compressor and my front and rear locker. Put a little JVC head unit in here for Bluetooth. We'll go around to the other side. And like I said, you know, all the stuff's pretty much factory. Some stuff like usually works. There you go. So most of the stock stuff works. So yeah, it's pretty great. It is a column shift. A lot of people do notice that. Got my bullet antenna on there. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so I got the truck light LED headlights. And I haven't done anything to my tail lights yet. I'm waiting for a company to come out with some nice LED tail lights. I think some are coming out here in April. Can't remember the name of the company, but they do definitely look rough, but you know, I'm not gonna buy a new set because they're like 300 bucks a set. That's not in the budget. I do have my Max Tracks up here. These are in case, you know, I get stuck and I don't want to pull my winch out or whatever. These are, you know, if I want to take them off, just undo all 4 of these and pull them straight up. Otherwise, you know, this locks down real nice here. I got my Craftsman toolbox with all my stuff inside here. We are getting geared up for Moab. Here's all the trails we ran a couple years ago. So yeah, let's see, let's go on this side. So, you know, just AutoZone floor mats and stuff. This is cool. So I have interior lights. I didn't like the way they worked, so you can't really see it because it's daytime, but I did wire up the interior lights to this switch right here. And I have these up here because they kept blowing a fuse, so I just said, you know what, I'll rewire them. And then I mounted these under here. You can kind of see them. They're definitely lit up, but you can't really see them because it's sunny out. But yeah, so my switch turns them on and off. Other than that, everything's kind of factory. I've got the Aziz Design Works instrument cluster, inserts. Works and looks really well. Looks really good. I do have to do some work on my cluster because only a couple of the gauges work. So it's just, you know, part of it. All this stock, haven't touched really any of this. This is the factory headliner and it looks really good actually. So I haven't touched that. I try to leave things alone when they work good. Let's pop the hood real quick. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. All right, so we've got the 4.0 engine stock. Haven't touched anything. Got my Optima battery. I did do the Big 3 charging setup from Jeep cables. So I've got my 200 amp right there. I did put a 136 amp alternator down here out of a Dodge Durango. Can't really see it down there. Got my S-Pod right there all wired up. I need to clean some of that up. I had a K&N cold air intake in, but I didn't really like the way it looked and sounded. It kind of whistled, so I put the stock air box in with a K&N intake. I did swap in a WJ brake booster because I think it's, what's it called, dual valve or something. So it gives me a lot more braking power than the original, especially with these 35s. I have put a new valve cover gasket on just because it was leaking. You know, that's what these trucks are known for. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. You know, pretty simple. Like I said, you know, me and my dad pretty much did everything ourselves here in our garage. Converted it to four-wheel drive, did all the axle swaps. All the welding I did myself. It's kind of the truck I learned to weld on. But you know, I love it. It's an awesome going around town rig. I wouldn't recommend driving several hundred miles in it. You know, cruise control doesn't really work right now. I'm gonna get that figured out, but Overall, it's a pretty sweet little rig. I love it. Definitely get some looks driving around town. People stopping to say, hey man, you know, I love your truck, super clean. And you know, everyone wants something like that, and it's always awesome to hear. But if y'all ever see me somewhere in Moab or whatever, come up and say, hey, I'd love to talk to y'all. I love meeting new people. Yeah, overall, you know, y'all requested for me to do a walk around video. You know, everyone wants to know what the parts are and all that stuff. So I'll try to put a link down below to the parts that I put on here. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and go give me a follow on Instagram at Rambo the Comanche, and keep up with my build. Thanks, y'all. Have a great one.